Hi everyone, Ron Valent. I hope you're all doing well as we're all experiencing a full-on attack. Today's video is quite fascinating and you want to be able to check it out, but I got a couple of things to talk about first real quick. And one is that this channel could get book burned at any second. So I also have an alternative channel at odyssey.com. I'll put the link down below. If you're on odyssey.com, do a search for my name, Ron Valent. If you really want up-to-date information, the way to do it is to look at my Facebook page under my name. You don't have to friend me to see what's on there. Everything is just all public, but it's very cutting edge there and much more information than what you get on YouTube. So check that out. I have to be very careful what I say these days. So this video is about what they want to be able to give us here in the near future. And it's going to be different than the other ones that they've had in the past. The other ones, typically, they have an attenuated form of virus, and then your immune system sees it and attacks it and builds up immunities. What we're talking about now is something completely different. It's going to be the version as well. I think we're going to start off with the first version, and that's what we're going to look at today with a video. And the other one actually is more comprehensive. It's going to actually go right into the nucleus and alter the, you were talking about being, possibly hybrid. So what we're going to look at here today is just basically how this works. And just think about what they're doing in order to, like your body is very protective of itself. And to be able to enter a foreign material into your cell, your cell has to be fooled into allowing it to come in. And that's what's happening here with all of this. And it's working manipulation on a very intimate level with who you are as a person. Once you go ahead and enter that cell, and you're going to be able to create some proteins, and then these proteins will be the VIRS that they're trying to deal with, and that gets shot out into your system and your body attacks it. Again, this is unprecedented, and you want to be very, very careful before you subject yourself to this. And that's just one element of the whole thing. And the other thing to think about is that it's going to be a yearly thing that you're going to have to do. It's not just going to be a one size fits all and you're good to go. And it's also going to tie into like and ultimately it's going to be called the common pass, not on the local level. It won't be called a common pass, but you've seen the other previous videos. They talk about our common home and the common good and whatnot, but ultimately that's what these things are going to be, is a common pass. And you're going to have to be able to work with this system in order to be able to function in society. And if you don't, well, then there's going to be a whole bunch of us who are going to have to figure out what to do, how we're going to manage around it. So things are very serious. I think we can expect in Canada here. I've seen Trudeau. He's been talking and hinting about going down into emergency situation, which means, we're talking, and I expect that to happen. And so you want to be have your wits about you. So again, check out the Facebook, and I kind of talk about it there. All right, so let's kind of get into it. And what I had to do is I wasn't able to grab this footage digitally. I had to go and use my phone, and there's mooring on it, and it's not very good visually. So I apologize for that, but it's just absolutely mind blowing, the information. Okay, so thanks, and stay safe out there. And uh, I might not be posting as many videos as I normally do, given this. I'm just trying to be able to make it to the end of the year without having another STRIKE, because if I do, then this channel gets taken down. All right, okay, well, take care.
To the first living cell, for it can only act upon organisms capable of replicating themselves. Cells equipped with DNA that pass on their genetic changes to future generations.
Without DNA, there is no self-replication. But without self-replication, there is no natural selection. So you can't use natural selection to explain the origin of DNA without assuming the existence of the very thing you're trying to explain.
chance, natural selection, and his own theory of self-organization had all failed to explain the origin of genetic information. Now Kenyon saw only one alternative.
We have not the slightest chance of a chemical evolutionary origin for even the simplest of cells. So the concept of the intelligent design of life was immensely attractive to me and made a great deal of sense, as it very closely matched the multiple discoveries in molecular biology.
In the years since Kenyon's rejection of chemical evolution, science has revealed the details of an entire system of information processing that bears the hallmarks of intelligent design. With computer animation, we can enter the cell to view this remarkable system at work. After entering the heart of the cell, we see the tightly wound strands of DNA, storehouses for the instructions necessary to build every protein in an organism. In a process known as transcription, a molecular machine first unwinds a section of the DNA helix to expose the genetic instructions needed to assemble a specific protein molecule. Another machine then copies these instructions to form a molecule known as messenger RNA. When transcription is complete, the slender RNA strand carries the genetic information through the nuclear pore complex, the gatekeeper for traffic in and out of the cell nucleus. The messenger RNA strand is directed to a two-part molecular factory called a ribosome. After attaching itself securely, the process of translation begins. Inside the ribosome, a molecular assembly line builds a specifically sequenced chain of amino acids. These amino acids are transported from other parts of the cell and then linked into chains often hundreds of units long. Their sequential arrangement determines the type of protein manufactured. When the chain is finished, it is moved from the ribosome to a barrel-shaped machine that helps fold it into the precise shape critical to its function. After the chain is folded into a protein, it is then released and shepherded by another molecular machine to the exact location where it is needed.
This is absolutely mind-boggling to perceive at this scale of size such a finely tuned apparatus, a device that bears the marks of intelligent design and manufacture. And we have the details of an immensely complex molecular realm of genetic information processing. And it's exactly this new realm of molecular genetics where we see the most compelling evidence of design on the Earth.